You can just I don't know where you are today, but wherever it is you are, I pray that you are set up to be here with us on the Drive on Adventist Radio London.
All I see is rain. I still believe the power of the name in my soul.
And we know only Jesus can do that. Only he can make us whole. It is the Drive today with Ray and Tammy. And we're not alone. We have company today. The studio is full. It's full, y'all. And I'm sure that you guys are ready and you're geared up to have a really, really, really good time with us here on the Drive. Oh, I'm so happy to know that spring, summer, fall, or autumn. Did I miss that?
So,
Autumn.
autumn is fall.
Autumn. It's spring, summer, fall.
Hmm.
Trying to do miss.
Winter.
Winter.
The one we're in.
Winter. The one we're in.
The one we're in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, it didn't go in with the song.
Yeah.
Say springtime, summer, or fall.
Fall,
Wherever
yeah.
you are, can just call. That's what it's about. Thank you guys for coming in with us. I see Rosie's already here. Annette's already here. Guys, how you doing? How did you spend your day? Today's what, Wednesday?
Boy, yeah.
Yeah, we're midweek already. February is almost all done.
Amen.
Okay.
I'm tired of all these programs on love.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
In America, it's Black History, so I really used to love February.
Okay.
But
So it overshadows the
it
whole
overshadows the
Valentine's
whole
thing.
Valentine's Day, yeah. But in this country, we don't have that, so everyone's into love. The love month, really. Every month is love month.
I know.
Yeah, the love month. But
Well,
yeah,
that's it. From now on, for me, September is the love month.
oh, okay,
Yes.
Okay.
Choose my own month.
okay.
Why not?
All right.
You know,
All right. Mine is June.
Yours, I was thinking June, but then June is wedding month.
That's when I was conceived, so well, I know I conceived. That's when I was born, I should say.
And then you're born.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
born in
yeah.
December, so then you do the math. I was conceived in March, so maybe I should use March.
Yeah, that's
Because then there'll still be some trickle left of the love month things in the stores, you know, from the regular. So then
I don't know. I mean, when I was, yeah, there probably wasn't no stores, and there wasn't no Valentine. My folk wouldn't celebrate it.
Valentine all start and all that.
I mean, it was around from years ago, but I think
it wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal in the Caribbean. I know that
because everything was so commercial.
Right, but every quarter there is a big day, and that's to help the stores and the commercial entities make money. So there's Mother's Day coming up with the next quarter, and then there is what is that at the Easter?
Yes.
And and so they try to at least quarterly, some even monthly, but mainly quarterly. There's a big day.
Christmas and Easter were huge deals growing up in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Easter was of course Christmas is just December is just Christmas. That's it. But for Easter you have the Good Friday event. So there'll be, get-togethers and, there'll be things at church, there'll be things in the community. And then, of course, the whole Easter period is a lot of kite flying.
Yeah.
But then the Easter Monday, there'd always be some kind of kite festival situation. And I really loved that. So there'd be the big festivals and the kite competitions and all those kind of things. So Easter was a longer period than Christmas. It was just actually Christmas and Boxing Day, my birthday. They just had to celebrate my birthday.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
They couldn't let it pass.
I couldn't let it go, man. Couldn't let it
Just
go. Couldn't let it
couldn't.
go.
Mommy just knew what she was doing when she had me
Hey,
on that day because
could-
she know the girl she was having.
couldn't let it go,
She
man.
knew the child
I
she
don't
was
know if I'd
having.
like a Boxing Day birthday though. Because
Yeah.
I'd need a day when I could get separate gifts.
Well, that kind of hurt my feelings a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
But of course, I didn't grow up in a family where Christmas was
Oh,
gift
okay.
giving or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like you always get asked, so you only get one gift. Sometimes you don't even get
You
any.
get, yeah,
You
sometimes
get
you
happy
get-
birthday and they
yeah,
make a
yeah.
big deal at home. But
And
gift thing,
yeah,
not really.
yeah, yeah.
But as I got older and started doing my own thing and stuff within my own little family,
Mhm.
that kind of hurt. Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of the reason I'm happy it's Boxing Day and not Christmas.
Christmas Day, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
though I was, mommy told me I was born 7:30 on Christmas night, I refused to accept it as Christmas Day. I'm so happy that my mother is a good Adventist in sunset to sunset. So I was registered for the 26th.
Okay.
So then I get my 25th gift, and then so he's like, you get to celebrate 2 days in a row. So you celebrate Christmas, and everybody
Yeah.
think it's all done. The next day they wake up and then it's my
It's
birthday.
your birthday. Look at that.
So
Celebrate again.
celebrate. So I'm happy with that.
Okay, cool.
When's your birthday, love?
Cool.
Oh,
I have
Shabika's
friends
in
here.
the-
I have a friend.
Shabika's in the building.
Yeah, she's in the building.
You're August. What
Yeah.
day?
I'm summer baby. I'm not telling the whole world my birthday.
No, just a date.
No.
I didn't ask what year.
We don't want the year.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm
Oh,
on Independence Day.
Jamaican
okay.
Jamaica.
Independence.
Yeah.
So you know that's a big
That's
deal,
my
right?
grandma's birthday.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're a holiday baby too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm summer and I'm holiday and it's a big deal.
Okay.
Not telling the world, listen, if there was a billboard that the entire universe could see my birthday,
I'm telling you, man.
I would be telling them. I will accept
Hmm?
gifts 6 months before and 6 months after.
I'm telling them, man. I don't play.
No surprises though.
My
Surprise me, I'm okay.
my birthday when I turned 60 a couple of years ago, they did a surprise for me. And I don't know how they pulled it off because I know everything. And my sisters and Josephine had me at the studio kidnapped, you know what I mean, with different things to do and all this kind of stuff.
So they could.
And then she drove me a different way. I was supposed to go into London.
Mhm.
And she drove me a different way. And when she's driving, I'm like, where are we going, man? But anyway, we got to Wilson Church. And I'm like, okay, why are we at Wilson
I
Church?
know.
Anyway, we got to Wilson Church, and I suppose we're going to see my sisters, whatever. I walk in the church, and it is people. And man, it was just like, whoa.
Sweet.
Yeah, yes. I shed a tear, man.
Oh, that is
That was big. That was big.
And you obviously were surprised. I
Yep.
like that.
And you had all my preachers there that I really like to hear preach. They got them to the building. Yeah, my family, my friends, people I'd grown up with, they were all in the building. One of my greatest reggae singers was in the building. It was great. It was like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
That's good.
It was a good day. And food like crazy. Proper.
Like that.
So I didn't like surprise. I've never had one in my life. But that one right there was a surprise. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That was a surprise. And I thank God that I was able to celebrate it with my folk, man, with my folk. So
I
it was
like
good.
that.
It was
I
good.
like that. Lori, when's your birthday?
You're gonna come near.
Can't you have to talk louder?
June the 2nd,
June the 2nd. How old are you going to be this year?
10.
You're going to be 10. To be 10 again. To be 10.
To be 10. To be
To
10.
be 10. She's turning double digits this year.
Yeah.
Double digits.
My grandson will be 10 as well.
Ah.
He's August.
Big up to the August.
Yeah. He just started playing football for Tottenham, man. Yeah. Just started playing football for Tottenham, so
Nice.
of all teams to play for. Anyway, let's not get into that
Let's not
today.
get into that.
Yeah, let's not get into Tottenham at all. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys all for being here. As you see, as I said, we have a full studio. We have some beautiful singing music for you as well. We're gonna go over to CeCe Winans with King of Kings. Yes, I do. Oh, yeah. King of kings and Lord of lords, lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I am Jesus Christ, the Holy Lamb of the Lord, lover of my soul.
Well, they don't know the year. That's fine.
I am
They knew you were born sometime, right? Yeah. The year is the important.
Oh, we have some amazing CC Winans. Are you a CC Winans fan? I certainly am. And even in this day and age, she is just still bringing out really, really
Classic.
beautiful music. Really beautiful music. And you can't help but bop your head to some of her song or just praise. You know, some of them you can't help but praise because that's CC Winans for you. Lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I am Jesus Christ, the Holy Lamb, the Lord of the Lord. Lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I am Jesus Christ, the Holy Lamb. Your breath. Well, it is time, absolutely time for our This Day in History. This Day in History. Okay, so my first This Day in History today is on this day, February 26, 2000. No, the year 1797. I was going to say
Oh, Lord.
2024. See, I wrote 2024 on my date, you know.
1797.
Yes, that's not too bad.
That's a
But
few
listen,
days ago. Mhm.
the Bank of England issues the first pound note.
Oh,
I didn't know pound was a note. I thought it was
Yeah.
always a coin.
no, it was a note. Yeah, it was a big note too.
I should have checked when it became
Yeah,
a
It
coin.
was a big note.
I like having
Yeah, it
backstories
had to
and
be
things
in the 80s, I think.
that it became a coin.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was a paper.
Yeah, it's
So
paper.
1797. That's a long time. And didn't we see was it yesterday? We read where the
yeah.
US had their
greenbacks.
first, 1862.
Mhm.
So they were like 100 years late. America.
Mhm.
Yeah, in 1862, they had their first paper money in the US, but then just about 100 years, actually not a whole 100, 1862. Yeah, almost. I said 90 something here, 1797.
Mhm.
Yeah, about 90 years before the UK had a £1 note. I'd love to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I think it was a little
They
green
showed
thing.
us what it
It was a green thing.
Let's look it up.
Like pale green,
pale green.
if I'm not mistaken.
So you've
Yeah,
seen it.
yeah.
So it was around when you
I was alive when they changed it from
really
the paper to the coin. Yeah,
to the coin.
Look at that.
yeah.
That's
So
what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what it is.
uh,
It's a green one.
Cool.
wow.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And I know usually when your money becomes coin, it's because your money starts losing
It devalues. Sure.
value.
Mhm.
I see.
Well, I guess it didn't lose that much value because a pound is £2 the kind of the biggest coin they have.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
£2 never was anything because it was a 1 pound and then £5 and then £10 and it went up like that.
Mm.
Yeah, it was no in betweens, but £2 when it became a coin, it gave them the opportunity to make it a £2 coin. But that came out, I think, a couple of years after the £1.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know what coin I had? And I don't, anyway, I left the UK and somebody did whatever they wanted with it. My granddad, when he died, he had these things. But one thing I got from him was this coin of Prince Charles and Diana's wedding.
Oh, okay.
So they gave out these
Yeah, these
coins and
coins.
he had one.
Okay.
And
okay.
I got it.
Okay.
And yeah, anyway, somebody took it and did what they wanted with it. And they
Okay.
keep saying, "Oh, I don't know where it is." And I'm so hurt because I got it from my granddad. But
Prince
I'd love
Charles
to.
and Diane.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's a whole nother
Yeah,
conversation.
but I wanted to keep it just
Yeah.
because of what it was.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
just one of those princes died. Yeah, so 1797,
Okay.
the Bank of England issues the first £1 note. Quite a few things to remember. If you keep watching the drive, I'm sure like you can go to work tomorrow and then just some conversations that you know, you can just throw something out there that some people might be able to be a part of the conversation, some people might not.
Yeah.
Because they've just never heard, or they just be intrigued, like, oh, really? I didn't know that, you know? But you just sound so scholarly.
I suppose so.
Yes, you sound so scholarly, so in the know
Yeah.
after the drive on a good day.
You can go home feeling that you've been to Cambridge.
Yeah, like there's always something, you know, and I have it all written here. If you're like, oh, T, listen, I can't remember what you said, January 23. Really? Let me find it for you, you know. I have all that good information for it. But I'm going to ask the trivia before we go back to the rest of this song. My trivia is pretty simple.
Have mercy.
No, you're going to see what I mean when I... You know, when you're just branded badly.
Descending and ascending.
Man, it's not like that. This one
Synonyms.
is so easy. This one's I don't know, is this physics? Chemistry.
Okay.
Chemistry. Ag is the chemical symbol for what? Told you it was easy.
Okay. Shanika went to university.
University.
Just recently. Just recently.
Yeah, but she left high school just recently as well. So this is high school science. Ag is the chemical symbol for
King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Yeah. Where's Miss Anderson when you need her?
So gracious and so divine, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, Lord my soul, just hold the one and only God I am, Jesus Christ, the Holy Lamb, King of Lord of Lords. Let me jump off quickly before social media shut me down. It's CC Wine, and she is one of them ones that they're like, "Whoa, I hear her. So do we know AG is the chemical? She's Googling. This girl sitting in my studio.
I'm Googling. Shame on you, man.
Anymore, it's because I've kicked her out.
Shame on you.
Because she's sitting in my studio.
We don't do Google.
Just had to give myself a little prompt.
No, you
It was around the line that I was thinking.
She said a little prompt.
Yeah.
You don't prompt until way after everybody's guessed and they just don't know.
All right,
Then I'll open the phone lines to Google.
Okay.
See, you've found it already?
I gotta
Yes, you found it already.
Shame on her.
You can't even lie good, man.
I'm not trying to lie, man.
That's right. That's right.
Good.
That's right. So plead the fifth. Yeah, plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
Okay. Am I pressing something across here?
Yeah, this is being
pressed.
pressed. Yeah, that's what we got it. No.
I'm writing a very long message over here by just pressing the key.
Never quite seen this.
With some.
Nevertheless, I mean, it's there was nothing there to see. So
okay, maybe just click it off here.
Let's see if that will.
Yeah, I moved the mouse and I wrote something.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
we got it.
It's giving me more than a chemical symbol over here.
I was gonna say
this one.
If that's what the answer is, you're in trouble.
Yes, big trouble. Oh, my sister is listening, but she does not get to answer. Joy, that's not fair. She's a dentist, you see.
Oh, well, she would know, yeah.
So she's dropping me the answer.
She would know.
Okay, Joyanne, let me tell you, you can send in your answer on WhatsApp here at the radio station 07. Of course, you put the +44. Oh, it was her anniversary yesterday. That was yes. Happy anniversary, Joy.
Happy anniversary to you guys.
We gave you a lot of big up yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
So Joy, you can answer on WhatsApp 0745 964 2898. You can send your answer in. We'll see it here on the screen at the radio station +44 0745 9642898. She's put the answer. She sent the answer on my WhatsApp. But I figured all the medical people. Wait. So then, what's her name over here now? Sharon. Sharon would
Yeah,
know.
Sharon, no, but she's in Jamaica. Yeah, Sharon's in Jamaica. She came on the breakfast show this morning. It was at 2 o'clock in the morning there. But yeah, she's in Jamaica.
She's gonna have to apologize to me when she
Yeah,
gets
she's
back.
in
Just
Jamaica.
get up and gone to Jamaica. One, she says nothing.
Yeah, she's
And
in
then two,
Jamaica.
she doesn't even say, do you want to come? And I'll pay for you. Like none of that. No, I'm gonna have to play brothers and friends for her at some point because I'm gonna have to forgive her.
She's enjoying herself in Jamaica. She went on business. And so she's
I can go on business too.
Sharon. Sharon, you're in trouble.
Go on business too. I'm
trouble.
very business-like.
Yeah.
Very business. I
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
very
I agree.
professional.
I agree. But yeah, anyway.
Oh,
Sharon, don't feel bad, man. Don't feel bad.
Sharon.
But mind you, this would be a good time for her to come on because it's not old dark 30 over there. It's
No.
it's a good time of the day.
Yeah, but I'm sure she's sitting on the beach somewhere.
But I don't know, maybe she's doing business.
Oh,
She
yes,
said
business,
she
isn't
said she
it?
won't have beach time. But she'll find it, I'm sure.
But I could then see how the beach was for her, if I had gone with her, so I can let her know how it is for that
How it
day,
feels on that.
and then, or when she finishes work, I can let her know if the beach is still open so she
mercy.
can come. It's a Sharon, I'll be
mercy.
such an asset.
I think she would know.
Such an asset. Hey, Tammy and Ray, I'm late to the party. Can I come in? Of course.
Yes, you can.
Listen. My question is, AG is the chemical symbol for what? Joyanne answered on my phone. Let me see. Joy, you can text it. Remember, say 0745-964-2898, or you can come on the. Oh, she said, "Mommy text." Mommy, hey, mommy, do you know the answer, mommy?
She didn't give us the answer.
Unless Joy
I'm just saying hi.
the answer.
She said, "Can you see my message?"
You know why she came on? Because Joyanne was away. My brother-in-law Glenn was in the US looking after my parents.
Okay.
When my brother-in-law was in the US, my parents would come on every single day. And then Joy went back, and all of a sudden they're not coming on for the last two days.
Right.
So of course, I was not happy. I told Joy she need to go back to where she was and let my brother be there. But because yesterday was both my parents' anniversary and my sister's anniversary, so they went out and they had no time for me on the radio at that time.
Hey man,
So
I mean that's
why.
the anniversary. They shouldn't have time for nobody but themselves. Amen. Amen.
So that's why. So now mommy wants me to know that mommy messaged the answer.
She got it.
Mommy said it's silver. Of course, Joy told her.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Mommy knew that, man.
Mommy knew that.
Mommy was in school for all of y'all, so she knew that.
That AG is the chemical symbol for silver.
Yeah.
Yes, silver. And gold is AU. That much I think I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Gold.
You don't sound sure.
No. Gold is AU. You have to Google it.
No.
No, Google it.
She would have Googled it. You don't get
Yes. Gold is huh?
No, I ain't.
But when you Googled it, is that what you found? That silver?
Silver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think AU is gold
No, I
because
think you're right.
because I'm sure that's like the Latin name for it as well, the Romanian name for gold.
A fan
So
of the periodic table, guys.
I wasn't a fan of the periodic table.
Oh yeah. So you would
Wow.
find AU being Greek, right?
Yes, blessed. Yes, you definitely. Thank God you're here. And AG is the chemical symbol for gold. So I'm gonna throw you my next trivia.
Right, your mom saying Joy did tell her.
Mommy said, yes, Joy told me. Thank you for being honest, Mommy. Canberra is the capital of this country. You can't remember? Canberra is the capital for this country.
Radio London, inspiration for the soul.
She got it.
To all my people in
Very
the
good.
struggle, you think God's forgotten about you. Here's some pain medicine. Let's go. Job.
Oh, we do ask, Lord, don't take your joy from me. Hey, Yvonne always have to bring in some or.
Yeah. Really, really.
Yvonne is gonna even just reach in Europe, Australia, or
She said the whole thing.
Europe, the capital of Europe.
Yeah.
Europe, Australia, New Zealand, or Fiji. Ah, thank God, Blessed knows the answer. Blessed said it's Australia.
Can't believe she said Europe.
Yep, Australia. It is Australia. You know, when I was teaching homeschool last year and we were doing geography, and I wanted the girls, you know, for geography, I just tried to cover countries and capitals and flags and, you know, different things. And of course, I thought the capital of Australia would be that one that we all know, Sydney or Melbourne or, you know,
Yeah.
but Canberra, like
Yeah.
where's that?
Yeah. Canberra.
Like where's that?
Yeah.
So what happened to Sydney? What
Yeah.
up to Melbourne?
Yeah.
No, it's Canberra.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. That's it. You guys got it. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Okay. So, well, I have just a little news thing that I wanted us to discuss after. So I don't have news, but what I want to share is that in 1855, my second and final this day in history, Berlin Conference gives Congo to Belgium and Nigeria to Great Britain.
Oh.
In 1885, since they own these places.
Interesting.
Nobody was living there before. They went and they found this green bush and they put people there and then they handed it over when they were done.
So crazy.
Yeah. So Berlin gave Congo to Belgium.
Okay.
And gave Nigeria to Great Britain.
To Britain. Make no sense.
Yep.
Wow.
So that was today, 1885, Great Britain. But they did that because I don't even know the year. The Dutch handed over Guyana to the Brits.
Okay.
So the Dutch had them first. Well, the French were there first, but they didn't make no big claim. So the Dutch came and the Dutch were there for a long time.
Okay.
And then the Dutch gave the country.
So is there evidence in Guyana of the Dutch presence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as much as the British,
Yeah.
but yeah. What they do, you have like people who like to dig, and they're not even archaeologists, but what they'll find are bottles and stuff. They'll have a lot of bottles. I know somebody who likes to dig for someone in their house. They have quite a few, you know, Dutch bottles and stuff like that.
Okay. A long way from home.
Yeah.
From the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Blessed apparently saying, was it theirs to give away?
That's what I'm saying. There was nobody there. They were flying over and they saw this green piece of land and said, "Oh no, you know, like look, maybe we should do something with it." And they cornered it off. It became the Congo, and one part became Nigeria. And then they went and they got some people say, "Do you guys want to come live here?" And then the people were living there. And then when they wanted to move on, they gave it to somebody else. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. What happens to Rwanda past the High Commission? Oh, Hotel Rwanda gets me all the time. But yep, that's the history. Right there, 1885. I don't know the year they bump into the place and found it. But that was the year they decided that, you know, I've done enough in this country. I'm going to move on elsewhere.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
This day in history.
It's so good for us. You've grown so a mighty long way. That's why we love you.
Adventist Radio London, inspiration for the soul.
This is our news headlines today for February 26, 2025. In a special Money Box Live episode looking at how to teach children about money, one dad contacted the show to outline an experiment where he gave two of his sons £300 and told them to invest it.
Wow.
And that's all I wanted to share today on our tiny news headlines. Didn't want to share, but this one got my attention. I wanted to. I've never seen the money box, but £300.
So he gave the kids
Yeah.
£300, and the goal is for them to. How old were
Yeah.
these children?
They were 14 and 13.
Okay. So £300 is a good chunk of change for them.
Mhm.
But he wanted them to invest it
And
Is that-
see what would
what would
happen. So
happen?
he said, my wife and I were very keen to teach our boys about the notions of wealth and how to manage their money. So we set up a parent investment fund for them. We
Okay.
gave them £300 each, which they were allowed to decide how they would invest that.
Okay.
The only caveat was that they had to come up with a proposal for my wife and I to agree on, and we didn't just hand over the 300 just like that. So the proposal couldn't just be that they would spend it on sweets. It had to be a genuine plan to grow the money. So the 14-year-old, I think his name is Highwell, he moved first with a plan that wouldn't be out of place at the Apprentice. He said, I bought some tech products, then I resold online and made quite a bit of money. I bought drones online. Yeah. And so when he invested his 300, within 6 months, he made £260 profit.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
a 13-year-old invested £100 in his brother's drone business. And then he made plans to invest the rest in currencies. I think I'm best with money, he pointed out. So yeah, they
Okay. But at least they tried.
sound like something Richard would do,
Yeah,
I tell you.
At least they tried. But I mean, that's a great idea. That's a good idea. But I'm not sure if giving them £300
Mhm.
is a lot, because when you talk about investment now, you buy two things and that money's gone. But they probably kept on giving them allowances as well along the way. But no, they made an impact, and I think it was important that they had a go.
Yeah.
Whether those businesses are still going is another thing. But in America, when they teach business studies, that's what they make the children do. So they start their own business. They show them how to do the charity organization, all the rest of it. And and they start their businesses at what, 13, 14.
Really?
It's
Well, that's good. You know, it's like I have £300 to give you, but you need to come and tell me how
How,
you're going to
yeah.
invest this
That's
before
good.
I then, you
Mhm.
know, hand it over. And that's really good.
But I wonder if there's ever a time when the parents have said no. I looked at this proposal, it ain't working, rubbish.
Mhm.
And they probably came with two or
I'll
three.
see how much more I can find on it. It's quite intriguing.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. It's probably good to find out how young people feel about it. You know, if you have any parents out there, is that the kind of thing you would do with your children? Maybe you can send a message
Definitely
into us
something I would do.
and tell us, or maybe you've done it, or maybe your parents did that with you, and you were able to invest a lot. Yeah. What's Blessed of the Power saying?
Oh, okay. I guess they're still talking about the according to their maps. I guess,
Lord.
yes, they're talking about the land that was found and then
Mhm.
given away.
Mhm. Very interesting. Land
Yeah.
found.
But that I've investments and stuff like that's always been, not always, you know, in the last few years, I've
Mhm.
learned quite a bit about it.
Mhm.
And it was where, you know, we learn you when you get paid, you take out your tithe, your offering, your savings, your investment, and then, you know, what you're left with, you spend.
Mm.
And when we first got Layla, we taught her that. So when
Okay.
she'd work in the greenhouses, you know, she had her book, and when she'd get paid, she'd write down, say, you know, money for God, then savings and investment. And we teach her that, so she don't
Oh,
just
that's
go
great.
and spend all
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
good.
And she had her money, so she was able to buy her own. She bought bicycle. Another one time, she
Okay.
bought scooter. She bought roller skates.
Mm.
She, you know, she bought what's it called now? Her tablet.
Okay.
And that's just with saving, spending money over time, because what was left was
Yeah.
spending. So
Mhm.
then, even though she's spending every, you know that she has that much over there in savings and
That's
that much in investment. And then we try to see, what would you like to do that we can to invest this money. So then she's like, oh yeah, there are these little flower pot things she wanted to make. So we,
Okay.
you know, and then she was able to make and then resell, you know. So we've always been
Mm. Mm.
into stuff
Mm.
like
But
that.
we
So
never had money growing up. So that's how we roll, man. Mommy,
yep.
daddy left and mommy had to work a few jobs. We didn't have allowances. We didn't know what that was. And yeah, we just went to school, our packed lunch and came home. And we had,
Yeah.
when the government was giving free school dinners, we were one of those families that received free school dinners.
That's
Um,
something I was gonna mention
yeah.
then in the news, but because Leicester now is giving free breakfast
Yeah.
for schools.
Yeah.
You know, so they're quite a few, and I think that's good.
So
It is
okay.
very needed. So somebody says cryptocurrency. Let's see here.
Crypto used to be good.
Oh,
It's volatile at the moment.
Yvonne says her son does crypto. Yeah.
It's volatile. I did crypto when it first came out, and you would invest, you know, thousands, and but then it just dropped,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be prepared to leave it there for years. And I left it there,
Until
and nothing happened.
nothing. It
And
stayed
then
down.
it totally went down, because remember the whole thing crashed.
Yes.
And so when it reopened, I decided, no,
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved in it.
I've done, because you know I have Revolut, a
Mhm.
Revolut bank,
Yeah.
and on Revolut before, it was just where you can put in whatever crypto you want and take it
Yeah,
out.
take it out.
And so there's this one XRP. For some reason,
Yeah.
I liked XRP, and you know I'll put it in, and as soon as I see it go up a little, you know, I'll put it out. So I didn't do those. Otherwise, you know, you put it in there, and I did that, and I didn't lose anything, because I had no holy for nothing to put in. I think I put like 30 pounds or something.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and I took it out at 50 pounds, so I got 20 pounds. And for me, that was.
Mm.
But I know people have lost, you know, thousands depending.
And you just gotta, it's money that you gotta be willing to lose.
Yeah. Yes.
So if it gains, then praise God. If it doesn't, then move on. So I couldn't afford that. What I did was I made sure I invested. I mean, I used to do stocks and shares as a living for
Okay.
Guardian Royal Exchange. And so that's how I started the whole thing of buying and selling homes. And stocks and shares is the way to go. For me, it was the way to invest. And like you were saying with the other, you can actually see it happening. Before it happens, you pull it out,
Yeah.
you drop it in another stock, and then you move again. And that's how I was able to buy the houses that I was able to buy and other things. And then I did the same for my daughter's education. And when she was an infant, started an account with stocks and shares. So when she got to a certain age, it matured, and she was able to go to university.
Nice.
So for me, that's the way forward.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit more reliable.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. But definitely, countries are moving into crypto now,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. So it will become normal at one point. At the moment, I'm not trusting it yet.
Because some people do believe that crypto is going to be the only money.
Yeah.
After a while.
Yeah, after a while. Yeah, that's what they
That's
say.
all there's going to be.
That's what they say. I mean, but the interesting thing is I want to see how China deals with it, because China is the one
Yeah.
that will determine.
And if they're not touching it, then
Yeah.
they stay away.
It's definitely an American idea, but it works for some people.
Yeah, that's
it
true.
works. It works for some.
That's true.
And yeah, Shanika, you invest anything?
No, I'm not into the investment thing.
Okay,
Though I was, no, that's not.
you
It,
was.
it is something I'm still looking into again, now that I'm back
Yeah.
here in the UK and but I still need to do some more
Mm.
reading, watching some videos. I know my brother-in-law, it's something that he used to swear by because when they have all these little ones were coming up a few years ago, about 4 years ago,
Mhm.
3 4 years ago, and he put in one that went and he
Mhm.
was able to pull out and really be able, I think he bought his car or something
Mhm.
because he just luckily hit a good one,
Mhm.
but it's something he still dabbles in and he still likes it.
Mhm.
But he just so happened to have put in one of them small ones
Mhm.
that just sail through the roof over time
Mhm.
because I think they have a cousin who does it full time
Okay.
and he trades for other people and he trades for a company and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So
I
But
think it's a good investment when someone's able to do that, but I think it takes a certain effort and skill set to like do those stocks and shares type of
Mhm.
thing.
yeah, I mean, they're definitely, a good broker is a good person to know.
yeah, and
Is it
because
good?
they need to study the market, they
Yeah.
need to know when to
And-
pull out of there and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But I would always say that property always appreciates and
Mm.
it doesn't depreciate. So if you can get land and homes and those kind of things, even if it breaks even, it is
With
better.
house, it's better.
Yeah, and you can always pull the equity out and invest it in something else. You can buy a car cash, you can do whatever. You can buy another home from the equity from one house.
But to get into housing, you kind of need more money than just putting 1,000 in crypto.
Well, I tell you what's interesting is that now that they have those buying schemes, first time buyers,
Yeah,
all those things. Because when I bought my first house, I had 100% mortgage. I didn't have to put anything down, nothing. All I had to have was good credit. And when I went and I just signed up for the mortgage, the guy said, "There you go." So I got the mortgage, got the first house, and then took the equity from that house, and then bought the second house, and that's all. That was it. Just you keep on doing that from nothing. Not even £300 from nothing. So there are those schemes out there for first time buyers, but you got to have good credit,
Yeah.
and you got to be willing to take a chance because it's going to be high payments at first, but then eventually it will balance out,
That's
and
it.
you'd find yourself being able to sell a house and buy another mansion, and buy your car and educate your children from a house.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially
It
if you live in
sounds
London.
good.
If you live in London, it's the place to do it
Really?
Sounds like the
Why?
idea.
Sorry.
because the equity is greater.
Uh-huh.
So if you bought a house in the up north, London house prices are a million times better. So what is a million in London
Uh-huh.
would be 300 up north,
Yeah, that's true.
300,000. So if you can get a house on the housing ladder in London, I'm telling you, man, you are looking pretty. And the equity because the equity builds quicker. So you'll be able to pull out equity after a couple of years that you couldn't do up north, because the property is not growing, because the demands is
And
demands
you
out there.
imagine getting a house in London and then renting out
Yeah,
rooms.
And and I'm telling you, man, that's what people are doing. So there's one particular girl, a wonderful Adventist young lady, businesswoman. But what she did is they got a big house, gutted the house. There's 8 rooms in the house, including living rooms and lounge. But they made all of them ensuite bedrooms.
Wow.
And they rent them for £900
Oh,
a month.
Yep.
Yeah,
Per room.
per room.
Per room, yeah.
Yeah, and it's an ensuite room, so it's a good room.
900 a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that was if you can get the
that's-
money to do something like that.
That's how they roll.
Yeah,
That's
you're
how they're
good.
rolling in London. Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah,
You're good to
you're
go.
well taken care of. Well, we're gonna play some music. Then I think Laurie's ready with Life of Paul question. She's falling asleep on me because I guess we're taking too long. We're gonna do our Life of Paul question, and then we have Take No Thought coming up within the next 10 minutes. Found a question? These are the days of Elijah. Found the answer and stuff as well. These are the days of the servant Moses, righteousness being restored. These are the days. We're riding on the
Yeah.
Yes, we can't. We can't. Stop, Lori. You ready with our question? Days of Elijah. Go ahead.
Who spoke to Paul at the time of his conversion?
Who
Who
spoke to
spoke
Paul?
to Paul at the time of his conversion? I know that one. I won't answer. Okay, Laura's laughing. Paul. Who spoke to Paul at the time of his conversion? I won't be pumping as flesh. Have to look out for social media with somebody like Donnie. Absolutely have to look out. Hey, let me see. Do we have any answers over here? Oh, I hope I don't press the wrong thing here. I guess that's why you need a good broker. Oh, yeah. What's my answer? Lori, what's the question again?
Who spoke to Paul at the time of his conversion?
Who spoke to Paul at the time of his conversion? Does anybody know? What letter does it start with?
J.
With a
And
J.
it ends with an S.
It starts with a J. That's it. That's it. You-
Is there anybody that knows?
Okay, Empress says Jesus our Lord. Is that correct? Yes, you're correct.
Empress Shanks,
Thank
well
you
done, girl.
so much. Thank you,
Well done.
Lori, for that question. This is Now, this is one of my favorite parts. There's no God like Jehovah. 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 Do you believe there's no God like Jehovah? I believe it with all of my heart. There's no God like Jehovah. Donnie, thank you so much for this song. Lori, thank you for that question. Well chosen. Thank you. We'll listen just a little bit more before we come up to our take no thought.
Adventist Radio London, inspiration for the soul.
You were forsaken, unaccepted. You were condemned, and I remember your spirit because you died to get us. Was you were forsaken, time accepted, you were condemned, where spirit to me, because you died for us again.
Amazing love. Thank you all so much for being here. This evening, I just needed to give you a reminder in our Take No Thought session. I have an entire blog post written here, but I just wanted to share just a snippet of it. And I know it's something that we've been hearing for a long time, but today this was, of course, I just go by what the Lord tells me to share. And what I wanted to share today is just not to judge a book by its cover. And that's a saying that we've all heard so many times. And my reason for this is as I look and I see the trees all preparing for spring, as I've been seeing, you look at the trees and they're there, but on closer inspection, you see the buds that are just ripe and ready to come. But of course, from face value, they really do look like nothing. And I just felt impressed to share with you this afternoon that never judge a book by its cover, because from standing afar, you look and it just seemed like nothing, and you just need to go closer. And of course, that's still different to the whole, broken sticks, where there was absolutely nothing and then spring comes. But with this one, with each tree that you pass, and I'm sure everybody just passes and look, and it just still looks like nothing there. But you just need to just go closer and touch one of those branches, and you'll see how stiff they are. That's because they're there, ripe and ready. And there are times when we look at our children, there are times when we look in the mirror sometimes at ourselves, and we see just what looks like nothing. Absolutely, we can't always see the ripe and ready because of what's going on inside, or because of the bad behavior we're seeing in our children, or students that we're teaching, or just in our jobs and everything. We sometimes don't necessarily always see the sign of life until we take a closer look, a closer inspection on things, and you have to go that close sometimes, you know so I'll just encourage you, as you sit and you take no thought, that within yourself, with whatever it is you're looking at doing, with your children, with your family, your friends, whatever it is, before you jump and judge, just get as close as you possibly can. Take a look, touch it if you have to, and then you'll see sign of life. So I pray, my encouragement is that we go look for the sign of life in everything, in everyone, in ourselves, in our situations. Look for sign of life and never just judge a book by its cover.
Mm,
That's what I wanted to share with us
Mm.
today.
mm. Like it. Never judge a book by its cover. Shanika, what are you thinking?
Absolutely wonderful.
Mm.
Yeah, very valid.
Yeah. There was a tree that was broken in Florida, and I didn't see the tree, but I tasted the fruit. And when I tasted the fruit, I was like, wow, man, this must be a big tree. It must be a real established tree to produce oranges like that, because it was all over my clothes as I was eating them. And when the lady took me and showed me the tree, if I had seen the tree before I saw the fruit,
Really?
I would have probably judged the fruit and say they're no good, because the hurricane had come through Fort Lauderdale, had broken the tree, and it was just being held on by a piece of bark like this. Somehow the sap was getting through into the branches,
Mm.
and the branches weren't even standing up facing the sun. They were going down, but on them were big oranges.
Wow.
And she told me that since the hurricane, the oranges have become bigger and sweeter, even though the tree
Tree's
is not.
broken.
10 years later, I went back to preach at Bethany Church in Florida. When I went back to preach there, I went back to the lady's house for lunch, and guess what was standing straight?
It's standing straight now.
Standing straight. She said they had so much sunlight and heat that it's like the sun pulled the tree up, because the branches normally go in the direction of the
Yes.
sun. Pulled the tree up, and the tree is standing straight as if someone repaired the tree. And I was like, wow. But when I saw it the first time, if I'd seen it first and you told me the fruit came from it, I probably wouldn't have tasted it,
Yeah.
because it was broken. And I'm thinking there's nothing inside of these fruits.
Hmm.
But boy, those things were big and sweet.
Love that.
I tell you.
That's a nice
Yeah,
take
yeah.
no thought.
Yeah.
I like that
So if
one.
there's someone out there that you may feel like your life is broken,
Yes.
God is about to make your fruit sweeter and bigger
Amen.
than ever before. Just hold on, even with your pinky finger. Hold on. God's going to let some sap of the Holy Ghost come through you.
Amen.
In Jesus'
I
name.
love
Oh,
it.
we're on trees. We're on trees
We're
today.
on trees.
We're on
aren't we?
trees.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah,
trees.
Psalm 1. And you shall be
Yeah,
like a
next
tree
time
planted
we
by the rivers of water.
Yes.
Psalm 1.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
praise
you
God.
go touch the tree. Go look. Go. You see sign of life. You look for sign of life in everything. That's what Take No Thought is about anyway. Looking for signs of life, even in a broken tree.
Yeah. Wow.
Even in a broken
Yeah.
tree, you see signs of life because it's not fully severed.
Yeah. That's
It's
right.
there, it's joined,
It's
it's
joined.
not fully broken. And that's it. You think your life, like, I can't do this anymore. I'm just right at my wit's end. Look for signs of life. Once you're not totally cut off, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
See you again tomorrow.
Take care, guys. God bless you.